What's up, Transformers fans? Mondo here, back with another Moonbase 84 transmission. And welcome to another installment of 40 Years of Prime, a little series I've been doing to celebrate the 40 years of Transformers by talking about Optimus Prime, primarily talking about his toys. And quickly before we get into today's video, if you could hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and all that jazz, I'd really appreciate it. And today we're revisiting the Transformers Studio Series 38 Bumblebee Optimus Prime. An Optimus Prime that I personally really like. So much so that in my opinion, I do think he's better than the Studio Series Rise of the Beast Prime. I think that's kind of an unpopular opinion, but that's just me. But yeah, I really like this Prime, so I figured it'd be worth revisiting him and checking him out. And of course, here we have Prime in his truck mode, holding his ion rifle, which is pretty cool. Nice details on that. Of course, that'll come more into play when he's a robot. So let's take a closer look at the truck. We'll start with the front. Here you get the clear plastic windows and all the paint, the silver paint for the grille and his striping, his bumper, some nice sculpt with the rivets, some paint for his windshield wipers. But yeah, nice sculpt to give like details of a truck basically. Oh, and you get the paint for the mirrors, and then you get the silver paint on the side, more of those nice rivets. It is broken up, the paint, a little bit because of the hinges. That's all right. Here's the top. You go down side, you get his gas cans, some nice wheels. Speaking of which, he rolls really nicely even on my surface. So this is one of the biggest reasons, as we check out the back, why I prefer the Bumblebee movie Prime over Rise of the Beast, because it is a lot cleaner. I know there's a gap here, but the details are a lot nicer. You get his hitch. This is cleaner, and the back of the Rise of the Beast Studio Series is just very ugly in my opinion, and I don't like it. But yeah, besides that gap, really nice back, especially compared to that Rise of the Beast Prime. So that is the truck mode. I will go ahead and transform him into robot mode, and we will take a closer look at him then. So here's Prime in his robot mode, and I love this design for Optimus Prime, as well as all of the bots they use, the designs for the bots in the Bumblebee movie. To me, this is what they should have went with, this kind of style in the live action movies right from the get-go, all through the Bayverse. I always say that the designs they went with in the Bayverse are too messy, too much going on, and I especially don't care too much for a lot of the Decepticon designs in the Bayverse, because they have like the dog legs, the animalistic dog legs and things like that. Not trying to be a hater, not trying to be a G1er, quote unquote, but to me this is more aesthetically pleasing, and it brings it into like a modern take on the designs of the bots, and perfect for live action in my opinion. Rise of the Beast designs as well, I love those designs. But anyway, as for Prime here, let's take a closer look at those designs, and they did a great job with this figure. I mean, everywhere you look there's detailing and nice sculpt. We'll start with just right here in his abs. Look at all that detail, all that robotic tech and stuff. It's just really cool to me. And even on his elbow joints, you get some more of that nice tech. Of course, you get the front of the cab, the windows with the rivets and all some nice paneling work here. You even get his little arrows unpainted, which I think is a nice touch. I wish they were painted, but yeah, it's just really nice detail. And you go down to his legs and you get more of that silver and gray. So really, they just did a really good job, and I love the head on the Bumblebee Prime. Just really cool. Again, a modern live action take on classic Optimus head. Really nice. Go to the side profile. He does have some chunk on his forearms for vehicle mode. Doesn't really bother me. Similar to the Siege in a way. Doesn't bother me in the Siege version of the Siege figure. And you get his tires. The back nice and cleaned up with some more of that cool looking robotic detail. So yeah, really nice presentation, just like He had a really nice presentation in the movie. Now, while I really do love this figure, he is not flawless. No figures are, but to me, there is some frustration going on, and that is how his legs assemble. All these panels and things fold in, and it looks nice. So you see more detail there that I forgot to show, but it tends not to tab in very well, and sometimes is prone to popping open. So that can get a little frustrating. And these pieces up here, they fold for transformation, and when you're posing them around, they don't really lock in. So when you're posing around, you see they move, they shift. So that's a little frustrating. These can be a real pain sometimes. It depends if how well they want to be, how well they want to behave. But yeah, just little fiddly things like that that do get frustrating. Of course, you can put his ion cannon, as we showed before, or ion rifle, I should say, in his hand, and he looks pretty cool. For articulation, he has all the modern articulation we come to expect. His head does look left and right. It goes down a tad. I wish it went up, looked up a little bit more, or pivoted, but that's okay. Here's where this finicky thing kind of gets annoying. So when you go like that, it slides, and then like, you know, and then it goes with it. But it's a little finicky. His arm rotates, elbow goes a bit past 90, tad bit. He's got wrist, he's got waist, he has panels that open here so you can do the splits. He's got the thigh rotation, knee bend that goes again a little bit past 90. Then you got foot that can go back a little bit, and it's got tilt, but see, that's where it comes into play. Another thing is, because of this assembly and how this is on where this is for his ankle, I feel it puts a lot of pressure on the piece here, which is once you unfold all this, is just a straight thinner piece of plastic, and I don't like that. It makes me nervous. Yeah, once again, he articulates like most modern figures, which is a good thing. So that is my revisitation of the Studio Series 38 Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime for my 40 Years of Prime series. He is a figure that I really like despite his flaws. Someday I would like to see them maybe revisit this design and maybe shore it up a little bit. That would be really cool. But until then, I like him just fine. Comment to let me know what you think about this Prime, and what's your stance? Which one do you like better, Rise of the Beast Studio Series or the Bumblebee movie Prime, toy wise, or if you want, design wise as well. With that being said, as always, thanks for docking.